Do bo dee ba dee dee do. Dee ba dee ba dee ba dee ba dee do. Dee ba dee ba dee dee ba do. So I got on Core Keeper. That's frightening.
I have bigger farms now.
Okay. I like that.
He's truly keeping that core.
Gravy. Alright, let's play some Doki Doki Literature Club.
No.
I think I'm gonna leave the party just because I left the party. Do, 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 do. Hi, folks. Alright, time for the festival. I can only assume something bad's gonna happen. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. You should have just gone and checked on her. You know, all things considered, today's not a day you want to be sleeping in on. Like, you suck. Oh, I hate the main character in this, just a touch. Let's see. Oh, fuck. I should pull up the stream on my laptop. Why the fuck have I not done that already? Let's see. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bop, pow. Alright. Hi, Rando. How are you? She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monika, I'm sure the event will be great too. I'm doing well. I was not doing well yesterday. It was really, really bad. But I'm doing well today. Aztec, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monika is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared to have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monika would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Yeah, cuck. You should take a little responsibility for her, Aztec. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. What are you talking about? How do you know about that? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. That's dark, Monika. That's cruel and unusual to say. You and I both know what you mean. Maybe Aztec doesn't know, but I know. Exchange? Monika, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. That's not a good explanation, and you know it. Well, you should know it. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? No, she didn't. No, she didn't. That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Yeah, Aztec, she definitely does. Huh? Monika is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Percentage. Get out of my head, 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 get out of get out of my head, get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. I think I should get out of her head. Yeah, probably, but it's not me. I'm 90% sure that something else happened. Also, I read each and every individual Get Out of My Head. I read all of them. That was the complete list. I actually took some effort to read this and not get lost. God bless not having dyslexia. That's dark. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Aztec? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? We're gonna gently open the door. Good reference. I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to get of her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. The scene. I didn't get the bad ending. There's no good ending. This is just what happens. It's really dark and depressing and makes me very upset. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know the background would glitch out like that. That's not how that's supposed to happen. This is really upsetting. Can we stop looking at her hanging there, please? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppress the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. Yeah, you really left her hanging, like Monica said. Piece of shit. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. But why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? You weren't selfish. We did what we thought was right, and there really wasn't a right option. You can't, actually, Rando. That's the point. It's one of those Sisyphean tasks, at least as far as I'm aware, wherein the more you struggle, the less you work. And, it doesn't end up working out ever. This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. You really couldn't have done everything to prevent this. What the hell? Meta Yetta just fucking reacted? What the hell is Meta sending? Hang on. Yeah, Meta got it right. That is exactly what. A chair, a rope, and crying. That's exactly what we're at in the story. Man, if only I'd played this game years ago, before I knew about it. What the hell is Emoji 3? Yeah, Lamau, Meta. That's not funny. That's actually dark. I should murder Monica. I agree, for a lot of reasons. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it had always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. That's clever. That hurts my feelings, because that's exactly what I could do. Not that it would matter. The Sisyphean nature of it all. I love that word, by the way. Sisyphean, S tier word. I had only one chance. I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. No, the fact you joined stream as soon as you saw it, I don't really care for the story. That's fair. That is fair. And now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Ah, yeah, that sucks, Aztec. Poor guy. End. Really? Ah, yeah, I can't do a new game. Oh, look at that! Sayori's all glitched out, and now she's like Monika, Natsuki, and Yuri all in one. Oh, loading game doesn't seem to do anything, so let's click on the weird, glitchy new game. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. So we're in, what, like Act 2 of the story? Because Act 1 is, you know, until the weird shit starts happening. And the weird shit has started happening, so now we're here. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crowd so I can let catch up to me. Sisyphean describes your struggle to understand what the fuck I am. Good point. You'll never know. You know, if I ever got a VTuber avatar, that would be great, because you could really see the gloopiness of it all. How I just sort of drip into a condenser and just, you know, fill back up. It's real weird. Ah. Hello. Can you get off my screen, please? Oh, hi, Monika. You lying piece of shit. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. No, you haven't. This ain't Undertale. No, we really can't save everyone. Unfortunately. I agree with you, Rando. I would love to be able to save everyone. But that's not how this works. And Monika is a cunt. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Good guy. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. It's weird that your only motivation to join a club is to meet girls, but, you know, whatever. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly out of the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Speaking of dark games, play Amori. You know what, Meta? If you show up for next stream, I'll play Amori. I'll get it off my buddy's account, and I'll play Amori. If and only if you show up next stream. Every time Monika's on the screen, I'm just going to say something rude in all caps for no reason. That's going to be my thing. Good choice, Rando. Alright, Meta. I'm holding you to it. If you don't show up next time, no Amori. I know nothing about the story, actually. I know that some weird shit happens. I've seen the phobia monsters, but I don't know how the phobias work. I don't know anything about it. I know that there's like two worlds, weirdly enough. I know Sunny and Amori are kind of the same person, not really. I know it's a metaphor for depression and how you deal with it. I know all that shit. I know there's like emotion combat and it's like rock, paper, scissors. I know that. But like, I just know the skeleton, and I need to see the flesh, which is sort of how I am with Doki Doki. Except in Doki Doki, I know the heart, I know the lungs, I know the organs. I just can't see the skin of it. That's a terrible fucking metaphor, Aztec. What the fuck is your problem? Jesus. Can you at least say Sayori, perchance? No, we can't. We can't. Oh, sorta. Depends on your idea of saving. We can break things and we can make Sayori live, but we'll break things and everybody else will suffer for it. So, you know, there's no saving anyone. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Aztec? Oh. Okay, that was weird. Hi, Monika. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. How facetious, Monika, you lying cuck. You totally expected to see us here. You made this happen. You know what you did. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. I like how she wrote her own description. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little off. What'd you come in here for, anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. Good guy, Rando. We all hate Monica. Ugh, evil. You're in the debate club, right? About that, I actually quit the debate club. Good for you. Really? You quit? Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Yeah, like ruining people's lives. I know your game. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature... Don't do that. A literature club. A literature? That sounds kind of dull. I don't have a knife. Somebody will get a knife, and then another person... Somebody will die soon. And we'll see it happen live on twitch.tv/Aztec Ezio. Ha 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 ha. Oh god. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. There's you, there's Natsuki, and there's Yuri. Rando might be a bit angry, yeah, but everybody likes Sayori. I'm gonna be honest, I do not like Natsuki. I only like Yuri and Sayori. And Monica's kind of cool as a character if you ignore all the horrible shit she's done. But Natsuki pisses me off because I just do not like the tsundere archetype. It makes me angry. Either be honest about what you think or just shut the fuck up, you know? It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Oh, I can imagine that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Aztec, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? You already know the answer. Why do you have to be so facetious? You and I both know what you're doing. I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. I only get truly mad when redacted. Yeah. Please? I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Easy, like this. No! Done. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Aztec, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials some other time. You're more important. That makes me uncomfortable. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. Aztec, you have no idea how true that is. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. The MC is a simp, and he makes me angry. I regret naming him after myself. I mean, honestly. Fucking loser. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Meta, I am asexual. I would never simp for a woman. Now, if you found me a nice eyeball, maybe. But until then, nah. I don't like green eyes. It's too close to my eye color. My real-life eye color. Yeah, honestly, if I named him after Rando, we could have just said, instead of Monica, we could have just said Sin the whole time, and it would have been accurate. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. That was weird. What was that? Girl 1. A guest? A nice eyeball is crazy. Meta, you know what I look like. Oh, for fuck's sake, I just remembered it. I've been streaming under games and demos instead of Doki Doki Literature Club. This whole fucking time. Fuck. Why do you keep doing that? It needs to be a panda eyeball, though. No, that's just an artistic representation. That's not actually me. I look like that, but not quite like that. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Aztec. All words escape me in this situation. This club, if you say is full of hot chicks, I'm gonna beat your fucking skull in. It's full of incredibly cute girls. You should have they named the NC Rando and then make a joke saying Monica is sin. Lore accurate. I already said that, Rando. It's too late now. It's okay.
So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. That's weird that Yuri's the vice president in this universe, but okay. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. So do I. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Aztec in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. I also would have had a reason to hate Monica besides. My bad, she can see Twitch chat. Or maybe she can see Twitch chat. I'm not reading that message, I'm sorry. I give the fuck up. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new?
Yeah, I commented on it, but yes, Rando, I did hear the music bug out a little bit. It was weird.
I was going to, well, you know.
Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Aztec? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Are they like pushed together so you got like the 4, 2, and then 2? You know what, Meta? If you could send me those screenshots so I could see the weird shit, because I'm having a hard time seeing it visually, I'd appreciate it. Also, tea, what are you, British? I like tea. I'm American as fuck. I like tea. Give me a nice chamomile tea before bedtime. I'll fucking... straight into fucking dreamland. God bless America. Yuri walks into the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. No, after that one negative frame, there hasn't been any more since... Okay, I need to see what the fuck the image was, because god damn it, I can see when Discord notifications send but on my laptop, but it doesn't fucking send to my phone. Ah, that's interesting. It's just a weird negative image. Interesting. Okay, Rando, thanks you for sending weird shit. What is with you and killer robots, guy? You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Unironically, I would join the Literature Club in real life if it weren't for, like I like reading. I like writing. I do poetry from time to time, not really. But I do like reading and writing a lot. I don't like you, though, Monica. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? You thought it would be funny to send that when least expected. At Rando, I expect you to send weird shit about robots all the time. It is never least expected. The only time I'm least expecting it is if I'm dead asleep, and good luck catching that. My sleep schedule is borked to hell and back. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I don't know if insulted is the right word, but sure. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Aztec, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read in these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Fucking, what are you, a gopher? Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that go deep in complex fantasy worlds. Speaking of deep and complex fantasy worlds, let me tell you, Lord of the Mysteries 2 just finished, like, a few weeks ago. I'm devastated. I've been reading that since it came out, man. I loved the original Lord of the Mysteries. I was reading that back before it was finished. And then a few years ago, they started, Cuttlefish That Loves Diving started Lord of the Mysteries 2. And I was like, fuck yeah. And at first I was kind of put off because it was like, why are we following a different main character? But then I really enjoyed Lumien's growth throughout the story. Anyways, yeah, that's all. I really love the power system in Lord of the Mysteries. It's really interesting and unique. And if you ever get me fucking started on that, I could spend a whole stream talking about it. It's sad. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Why did Tenor.com view Papyrus out window? What? And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Did the GIFs not work? No, they work. I'm just saying I don't see the actual GIFs on my laptop. I only see, like, the Tenor name of them. I have to go fucking on my phone and look. Okay, so it's just it's just Papyrus jumping out of the window during the date with Undyne. I'm never playing Undertale, by the way. I was a weird kid growing up. I watched every playthrough of Undertale. I'm never playing it. I've seen every single possible... I have seen people play through Undertale and, like, kill every single individual besides one to see if Sans will have different fucking reactions each time. I've watched it all. So I don't really have an interest in playing Undertale because I've already seen the whole thing. And the majority of the draw of Undertale is the story. I don't like the gameplay of it that much. I don't like the heart thing. I don't care about it that much. So I'm never gonna play it. What about Deltarune? Maybe Deltarune. Maybe. 50-50. I wouldn't count on it. But maybe. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I love Junji Ito, by the way. I should really read some more Junji Ito novels. They're great. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. I can play it during the release of Chapter 3 and 4. It makes the game cost money, but, like, it doubles the content. Yeah. If I end up playing Deltarune, I'm probably not going to play it until Toby Fox finishes it, though. I don't really feel like playing a game that's not complete. I see the appeal of the Deltarune. I just don't know if I would end up playing it because I don't like the idea of playing it and not getting to finish it. I get kind of frustrated with that. Speaking of which, once Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, get ready for a lot of Monster Hunter Wilds streams. That's coming out at the end of February, because I'm not going to be playing anything besides Wilds for a while. Monster Hunter World was one of my favorite games, period. And Wilds is looking to be basically a direct sequel to World in the way that Rise wasn't. So I'm going to be, like, absolutely fucking geeked, locked in on it. What's my opinion of you, Rando? You're a guy. You're a whole human being. My opinions are vast and complex, and I don't fucking care. Like, you want my full opinion? I like that you show up. I like talking to you. I think you're chill. I think you're neat. That's it. I don't think twice. If Rando doesn't show up to my stream, I'm like, oh well, Rando's not here. Oh well. I'll just keep going, as if nothing changed. But if Rando's here, I'm like, hi, Rando. Because I like talking to Rando, but not enough to actively seek out and be like, where's Rando? What did you fucking do to it? And I don't care that much. I like you well enough, Rando. Probably have to wait until 2029 for the full release of Deltarune. Yeah, probably. It's a chapter thing for a reason. Yeah, I know why he does it that way. I just don't like it. I couldn't play Life is Strange for the same reason. Also, that's an insane looking emoticon on PlayStation, because for some reason the underscores like have a weird space between them and the slashes, so it looked really fucking weird. You kind of get summoned once you ping me for a stream unless I'm busy. I mean, yeah, exactly. If you're busy, you're busy. I'm not devastated by the loss of Rando. I mean, I like when you're in here because you're funny sometimes, and it's interesting having somebody to back and forth with, but if you're not here, you're not here. Oh well. That's my fucking opinion on everyone, by the way. Like, I need to be 100% clear. I don't like or dislike any one person that shows up ever. You show up, you show up. If you don't, you don't. Oh well. I like having people in the chat because I can talk to people. I don't care if I don't have people in the chat because I can talk to myself. I'm insane. Anyways, getting back to the game. I just spent 5 minutes on that yap session. God bless it all. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ah, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart open to me for a split second. It's scary. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? Who gives you that idea? Used a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. The spirit of Rando, main use to share questionable murder drones shit posts. Yeah, that's about right. I agree. Aren't we all? You're so right, Meta. We are all crazy. None more so than me. I really need to start taking medications, dude. Like, badly. Anyways, it looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. I need more emotes, by the way. Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, I don't know how. I don't have artist friends. My friends have artist friends. Well, some of my friends do. I don't have artist friends, and I'm a bad artist. My little sister's a good artist, but she does her own stuff. She doesn't like drawing for other people. She likes just drawing for the sake of drawing. So I usually don't bother her. I mean, she did draw, let me send the emote. She did draw the mysterious emote. I like that emote. Anyways, if you want to make an emote, you can fucking make an emote. Just send it to me. It's fine. I might make it into an emote. I might not, depending on if I like it. If I think it's ugly, I'm not making it into an emote. Or maybe I'll make it into an emote double hard. Just because I think it would be funny. I like ugly things. They're funny. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have your writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. Make an emote that's like the octopus emote, so multiple, but instead of an octopus, it's an eyeball. 10 out of 10 idea. How do you create an emote? So what you do is you create a, you just like create a square image that has to be like, actually it doesn't matter how big or small you make the file. I can use a compressor to make it small enough if I have to. But like you could look up the Twitch specific integration from emotes. They're weird. They're really weird. It's like 256 by 256 pixels. It's kind of stupid. So yeah, just look it up and you'll find it, and then it's really easy to use. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I needed to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. You agree as well, Aztec? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I'd bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. They're all fucking staring at me with evil, evil eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, yeah. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Aztec. The thing is, you don't have enough members yet to form an official club. You need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. Simp! You fucking simp! Bite the curb, Aztec! How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Easy! I don't like you. I don't want to be here. I want to go home. Let me leave. You can just say no. Crazy thought, you don't owe these people your time or your effort or your energy. You don't even know 2 of them, and one of them you barely know. Shouldn't have killed Sayuri then, Monica, you bitch. Exactly. I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. You can just let them down. What will release first? Terraria full crossplay or Deltarune full game or secret fucking third option, Hollow Knight Silksong? Okay, so Terraria is never getting full crossplay. That's just not a thing that's happening. Deltarune full game will come out eventually. And Hollow Knight Silksong, I've lost all faith. I don't think it's ever coming out. I mean, I like every day I hope and pray for some news about Silksong, but I doubt it's ever coming out in reality. So I'd say probably Deltarune. Where have you heard any news about Terraria getting a full crossplay thing? I've not seen nothing by Redigit about it. Like, at all. Alright, you send me a link to any kind of information about crossplay and I'll believe you, but like, I have not seen shit. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price we need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Aztec? Yeah, it could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Oh, what? We talked for like 5 minutes, Natsuki. You fucking cunt. Aztec, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Aztec, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Uh-huh. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Let me look at what Meta sent me. I cannot tell a lie. I do not believe it's happening, but I'll believe it when I see it. All I see is mobile. I don't see anything about crossplay. Just says they're working on stuff. Unless you're talking about he was playing from both PC and mobile, but I think that's just they were playing on both PC and mobile. Like, 2 separate things. I don't know. We'll find out in the future, okay? What did you do to the woman? I haven't done anything, Jins up. I read the damn text, Meta. That was game as woman. It does have women in it. But like, I didn't do anything. One of the women died. There's more. Hold on. Okay, I'll read them more. But we're gonna fucking continue while I wait for you to send said more. Where are the girls felt happen, Jins up? Give me a minute. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. Look, Junsop, there's a girl. The evil girl, but still. I can't wait. With that, I depart the clubroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. I miss Sayori. I shoot my shot. No. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? I would. Personally, I like literature. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I would rather not. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Hey, baby girl. If you were a Transformer, you'd be Optimus Fine. Wasn't. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Oh, that's the story of Sayori. Oh, that rhymed. Nice. Meager, cage, portrait, treasure, electricity, explode, holiday, despise, heart, intellectual. Let's do electricity. Forgive, excitement, parfait, adventure, lazy, destiny, melancholy, empty, lollipop, whisper. I like whisper. Cute, poof, rain cloud, graveyard, play, bliss, incongruent, thing, grief, effulgence, unfulgence. Time, dark, bed, misery, melody, fun, after misjudgment, display, fickle. Strawberry, friends, skipping, papa, death, chocolate, swirl, email, raindrops, uncanny. Bouncy, heaven sent, swimsuit, happiness, hope, contamination, smile, summer, tears, dance. I like contamination. Special, suicide, spinning, covet, shame, dazzle, ribbon, unending, starscape, and cheeks. I like... You should be rude as hell to Monika for no reason. I am not influencing you. I would already be rude as hell to Monika for no reason. I like unending. Depression, calm, as essence, peaceful, philosophy, Chinese, fireflies, sweet, candy, existence. I like philosophy. Puppy, socks, boop, vivacious, rainbow, wrath, journey, headphones, variance, giggle. I like that. Flying, playground, god damn it. Flying, playground, question, wonderful, agonizing sparkle, uncontrollable nightgown, misfortune, infinite. Like uncontrollable. Massacre, mouse, pure romance, anime, vivid, scars, desire, aura, horror. Let's do horror. Marriage, hop, defeat, silly, vertigo, rose, analysis, love, disaster, marshmallow. I like marshmallow. Doki doki. Landscape, broken feather, sticky, colored, serenity, daydream, anxiety, and charm. I like serenity. Entropy, infallible, climax, tragedy, frightening, anger, heartbeat, nibble, jump, hurt. I like nibble. I already failed to do like a perfect poem for anyone, and I'm not going to start now. Unrequited, lust, cheer, ocean, secretive insight, bow and warm, pink, unrestrained, like unrestrained. Joy, skirt, fireworks, hopeless, kiss, universe, pain, bubbles, vitality, fantasy. I like kiss. Memories, funny, laugh, lucky, extraordinary, embrace, prayerfully, fester, determination. I like fester. Vacation, blanket, pleasure, party, vanilla, Hera, stable, flower, inferno, imagination. Inferno. Shopping, childhood, crimson, alone, nature, milk, extreme, beauty, waterfall, kitty. Extreme. Pout, passion, cry, jumpy, sensation, amazing, Valentine, sunny, together, breathe. I like passion. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water really fast. I will be right back. Hopefully nothing weird happens while I'm getting water. Wouldn't that be fun, dude? Imagine she blinks or something? Okay. Alright. Hi again, Aztec. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. Several weird things happened while you were getting water. God damn it. Of course they did. Oh well. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Okay. Don't do that again. Please. Thanks for keeping your promise, Aztec. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Don't do that either. Stop. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack? You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here to hang out or what. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Why are you in front of the fucking... I can't read the text, Monica. Can you go back? Can you move? I can't. I assume Monica's saying it. Natsuki certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Aztec. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Oh, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. Still, it feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Am I going crazy, or is the fucking background shifting just a touch? That's really disorienting. Everything's shifting just a touch. That's really fucking with my head now that I see it. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. Even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. It's zooming in. I'm not leaving it on for an hour, Meta. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, but I should help you get started on something you might like. It's really making my head hurt that we're zooming in like this. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. But how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. I like Yuri well enough. I do miss Sayori, though. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, thank God everything's back to normal. Okay, looking at it when it's normal, God, it's obvious how badly, just screwed up it was. I sure do hope she doesn't die. Oh, Rando. Poor, sweet, innocent child. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I'd feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Do you plan to play the new Doki Doki inspired game, Tsunagari Chess School? Is that I'm on PlayStation, man. I don't know. Nice to meet you, Mineral Berry. I didn't even know there was a new thing inspired by Doki Doki. I don't think that's on PlayStation, so no. My laptop barely works. I can't play games on it. So I can't. I'm sorry. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. Why is her eye sliding off her face? Jesus Christ, Monica, you fucked everything up. Come on, stop, slide the other way. Jesus Christ, oh, for God's sakes. I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Is it gonna slide off again? Are we stuck? Are we in place time? Okay. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. Yeah, I know I need to get a new laptop, Meta. I'll get a new laptop eventually. Thank you for your restraint, Rando. I'd really need to put no proselytizing back into the Twitch rules. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up... fuck, excellent. Has anything else weird happened besides the negative and now this? Yeah, plenty. Go to the history. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Or was I that focused in scouring for crossplay news, which I found some? You were pretty focused on scouring for crossplay news. We had the classroom start to, like, zoom in and be all fucked up. Her eyes started to slide off her face. Her face was all garbled and shit whenever I first saw her. Natsuki was, like, green and sliding up and down the screen. It was weird. Is that so? What's the story about it, anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Every time I read, I look up and make sure her eye is still in place. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, mister? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, she's insane. She's psycho. Be afraid. Like how whenever we were... Can I say that you modded a cult leader who posts ships of fictional robots? No, you can't say that, Meta. I'm sorry. You can't say that. I noticed, Meta. I realized my mistake hours upon hours later, but it's too late now to say sorry. Because I'm, quote, not living. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside. Her mind seems to be... Oh, it's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a new perspective, from a strange new perspective. Like, All Tomorrows. That one's good. Have you read All Tomorrows, out of curiosity? Anybody here? It was good. It's kind of sad. But it was nice. And it had... I liked it. I thought the message was good. I could easily undo my mistake, Rando, at any time. Let's not act like that's not... I haven't accidentally undone my mistake before. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Aztec, I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. What we came across that day in the woods was obviously... Is this the fucking Jake Paul apology for the fucking hanging body in that one video? Why are you copy pasting the Jake Paul apology? I haven't done anything wrong. Why are you making it out like I'm some kind of criminal? Oh fuck. Horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil. But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. That's weird. And suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. You were doing something much scarier than rambling, girlfriend. I haven't done anything criminal, though. Why'd you make it out like I'm a criminal? It's not illegal to moderate or to make Rando into a moderator. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. Actually, do apologize. That was weird. I haven't lost interest or anything. My blood is a controlled substance in 19 states. My fucking body is a controlled substance in the entirety of the EU. And Australia. And Canada. And South America. And Antarctica. Anyways. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. And I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets incredibly... I'm gonna wait until it shows up on the stream view so that I can... My whole body gets incredibly something, glitches out. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. Yeah, you did, actually. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It is a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Okay. Shivers up my fucking spine. Shiver me timbers, ass. Fucking what the hell? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. That's because she's a weirdo, and she's reading over your shoulder. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body heat. What? Okay. Can you, stop? Monica, can you fucking stop with the glitchy thing? Can we just, you fix this? God damn, you fucked everything up. You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yeah, this should work, right? I slow my desk up until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. Oh, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Alright, I need to see what the fuck you guys are talking about on Discord, because it's starting to really distract me. Alright, what? Alright. Another month of keeping pace while also tackling some console/mobile specific issues, more on that in a moment, has gone by and we're as excited as ever, even managing to get a little crossplay progress done in the progress. Okay, so they are doing crossplay, that's neat. Yeah. Rando, if you flood the fucking channel, I swear to God I'm gonna make you drown in it. You understand that, right? Stop fucking encouraging him. You guys better fucking not. We're gonna keep going, and if I check the fucking General Images channel later and it's flooded with bullshit, I'm gonna drown both of you. Do I make myself clear? Fuck. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, hey, it's this nice little image again. Here it takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides them under her thumb as it flips to her side. Rather than holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Let's pull up the Discord and let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, so you didn't actually do anything. What was that? Don't worry about it. I'm falling apart internally. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. I'm falling apart internally. That's what kind of sound that was. Are you ready? Yeah? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. What actually exists, Meta? We glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. Meta. Do not search GLaDOS in the tenor gift search. Why? There's nothing really to it. It's just normal. Whatever. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little longer. It's probably the least I can do. Oh god, Meta, what the fuck did you send? I want to just play the video game. I don't want to have to keep seeing some weird shit. It's not that bad. I thought you were going to send, like, something actually, like, noteworthy. That's nothing. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Noteworthy. Yeah, it's not noteworthy. I wish I was Wheatley. 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 Bark, bark, bark. But it's nothing. That's nothing. I thought you were going to send the real shit. Like the GLaDOS thicker than a Snicker fucking meme. I thought you were gonna send some actual weird shit. Not fucking that. I don't care. But I've seen everything to see. There's nothing you could send that would surprise me, really. You could send me something worth noting. But, like, surprising? No. I've seen the depths of hell and back. Yeah! I went on r/bestgore once or twice. I've done the internet gauntlet. If you know what that is, that's ancient. You ever seen One Man, One Jar? That was a good video. Decades. But still. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I'm just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. But you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came to my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Are you breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. You're getting a little too into it. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Aztec? Something happened just now. Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? You're a bad friend, by the way, Monica. Like, you're even bad at faking being their friend. Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. You're way better at, like, keeping track of that shit than I am. Let's show it to Natsuki first, just because I don't like Monica. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste?
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, seagulls can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I've seen that. Worst gifts I've seen is the hop-on blank gifts. Genuinely didn't know what would appear. I was just trying to ask my friend to hop on Rain World. Yeah, I've seen some shit. One of my favorites is the So True Bestie ones. That one's funny. I don't know why. Just, I think it's funny.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
Some shit! Yeah, we've already read that, Natsuki. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Oh, because everyone in the high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Saving everyone around you do great things, it can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight onto the wordplay.
Doing her voice hurts my throat. Why am I still wearing my jacket completely buttoned up? I can unbutton my jacket.
Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose.
Yeah, I guess. You did do that, didn't you?
It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I think saying shat loud is better than saying shit normal. I'm done with your shit! Yeah, it's kind of funny. But I like shit better, because it's a little easier to comprehend what the fuck I'm saying. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. A shit meter, you can say. A shat meter? What? What are you fucking talking about, Meta? Alright, Monica? Hi, Aztec. You're gonna go? Alright, see ya, Meta. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Yeah. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Aztec. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. Great job, Aztec. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. You didn't even read it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's the easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. Do you know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? I agree, we should do that, Rando, but we can't. We don't have hands.
Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. Yeah, we don't have hands, Rando. We can't do anything. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. I hate you, Meta. I saw it. I just barely saw it. She must be really starved for social interactions, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Well, all right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall, but it wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes could no longer see color. This is different, isn't it? Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? No, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri! ... As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noble thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. I'm scared to read it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tensions of my hair illuminate the amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. It's the same poem as before. Okay. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Even to ghosts, Yuri. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Aztec. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive, too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two for you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all of this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Aztec. Me too. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems could stand up to theirs. This is literature. That's not supposed to happen. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. That's normal. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. It's a terrible idea. If somebody likes it, they're not going to give you meaningful suggestions. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Aztec did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Aztec liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Aztec appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know I didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Aztec started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you from both of them. I'm not trying to fucking do both voices twice. We'll probably end stream soon because I'm starting to die. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wannabe edgy bitch! Edgy?
Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your menstruation to comprehend. Can we stop? See? Just saying that proves my point. Can we stop? Can we stop? Seriously. Seriously, can we fucking stop? Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, you stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Oh my god. Did you just accuse me of cutting yourself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Aztec hear everything you really think. I'm sure it'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Aztec? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Yeah, but you said something deeply personal that you shouldn't have said at all, Natsuki. What the fuck? How did I get dragged? Whoa, okay, I could not read that at all. I'm gonna try and read it on the fucking... okay, well I barely got it. I'm gonna agree with Yuri, just because... I can't pick Yuri. It's not letting me pick Yuri. Let me pick Yuri. Please let me pick Yuri. Oh, hi, Monica. Can you fix this? Dot. Hey, Aztec. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Okay, she's crying. She quickly runs away. Yeah, I feel worse for Yuri because Natsuki said some shit she's really not supposed to say. Like at all. What the fuck, Natsuki? Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Aztec, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kind of sounds like you don't want me to hang around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Aztec. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But oh my god. Okay. Oh, my old slot's gone. Delightful. What happens if I go to the main menu? Alright, that was deeply uncomfortable. Yeah, I was right, that was a new poem by Monica. Neat. Oh. Oh, neat.
Okay. Well, I think we're done for the day. Thank you for tuning in. I'll stream this again tomorrow because, I'm I should be fine tomorrow. But thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.